Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to Lead House. Day 3, 3rd May, and with the third session of powerful learning under Lead or Led by. So today we have an esteemed personality named Rihana Abdullah Meena from Singapore. She is a coach, she is an author, she is a trainer, and above all, she is a very nice human being with a golden heart who understands the feelings and emotions of a woman. In this 1 month challenge, she is going to take up 4 sessions, and all 4 sessions deals with self. Because first we have to manage self. First, we have to know that what exactly our self needs to be nurtured or improved, or maybe shine like stars. Then only we can spread the light to others. Today, she will be speaking about self-esteem. What exactly is self-esteem? How we can boost our self-esteem. All these things will be taken up by Mrs. Rihana. And Mrs. Rihana, for your information, let me just tell you that in the morning, we have already given them the challenge. And the challenge was that since we are discussing self-esteem, self-care is one of the aspects of self-esteem, and nature plays very important role in self-care. So that's why their target was that today they have to spend 10 minutes time with nature and try to heal themselves, refresh themselves, and de-stress themselves so that they can come in the evening class refreshed as they all are here. You can see energized. So thank you very much for sparing your valuable time, Mrs. Rihana. Now over to you, please.
Hi, everyone. Welcome today to this session. It's going to be an amazing session. I hope you have some paper with you. If you do not, you can quickly go and get some paper and a pen or a notebook. It will be helpful for you because this is going to be something that you can use later on. So I'll give you 2 minutes to get some paper and pen or notebook. Anybody needs to get or already have?
They must be having, because they were informed that they have to have notebooks in their hands.
I see. Okay, awesome.
Either they can record on the laptop or on the paper.
Okay, great. Then let me, can you give me share screen facility?
Yes, you already have.
Okay, great. Give me 1 second.
So now I'm unmuting everyone, but please check that there is no disturbance on your part. Rihana, you can unmute yourself. Rihana, if you are facing any technical issue, can you send to me? I can play here.
I'm good. I'm just getting the thing.
Okay.
Disappeared. It's here back again. Just give me a second.
Yeah. Meanwhile, can you all tell me that how much is the inquisitiveness about the session? Please write in the chat box out of 10. Inquisitiveness about the session. Okay. 8.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Once they finish, then I can begin. You want them to share something?
No, they're already writing in the chat box. It is okay.
Okay. All right. So welcome to today's session. We're going to talk about self. What is self? Right? Something very, very close to us, ourself, not other self, but ourself. So today we're going to explore a couple of things. Like ma'am said that we're going to talk about self-esteem. But before that, I want to talk a little bit something different. So I'll do a quick sharing. So welcome all who enter here in this workshop, leave as friends. This is my philosophy. Now, this power of self is, we are going to discover what has been preventing you from living your best life and discovering your limitless power and recover the mindset for success, confidence, and action. So come and find yourself in this workshop. So this series of workshop is designed in this way, right? So quickly, a little bit about myself, not too long. Who am I? I'm a mindset coach. I have 3 specific programs. One is the mindset program, which is a 4-hour workshop, which I'll be running next month. I've been running this in 2019, pre-COVID, and then many have gone through my workshop on Zoom and on live as well. My second program is called Power Series, which is a series of 5 programs. And today what we are going to do is one of the program number 2. The other programs is Power of Healing, Power of Self, Power of Freedom, Power of Abundance, and Power of Vision. So these are my 5 programs under the Power Series. And this is regaining your power, because once you uncover your power, you need to regain it from all the negative that you have been dealing with in your life from childhood until now, right? So this program also has been running since 2020. I also run an entrepreneur mindset program, and I do a lot of speaking. I attend many personal development programs. I also have a speech and drama distinction award, and I speak in many different platforms online, International Women's Day, and all that as well. So that's a quick story about me. But what is important, I wanted to share something with you. So my story starts out like this. I'm almost paralyzed. I have so many health issues. I'm poor in my finances, in my relationships, and I'm an emotional wreck. This was at one point in my life in 2019. Now, how did I end up like that? Right? My health issues started with my, this is my spine, by the way. And if you can see, it is not in a nice curvature. It is shifted, right? The bottom part has shifted. And that is causing a lot of pain in my nerves, in my legs, and like electricity running down my legs. And this problem is called cauda equina. So it affects the bottom parts of my leg, numbness, inner thigh, butt, urine incontinence. I cannot feel a lot of sensations, but there's like electricity running down my legs, and I can't walk for more than 7 minutes. So that is where I came to a hospital, and they told me I'm going to be totally paralyzed if I do not go for a major surgery, right? So my story, when I found that out, and do you realize something, that when one part of your life is not going well, every other part is also affected. Do you agree with that? Raise your hand if you think so.
Yes, very much.
Very much, right? So let's say if your health is bad and you're in a lot of pain, and then you cannot go to work, and then you have a lot of emotional issues because your pain is affecting you badly. You're getting angry, you're getting upset, you're shouting at everybody in the family, everybody's angry with you, you are angry with everybody, and there's no peace in the house. And this cycle continues and continues and continues. And that's what happened to me. And my whole life became out of balance, right? So I was spiraling down to a very bad place, and I was in a very bad space mentally, right? And so I kept asking, who is sabotaging my life? What am I doing wrong? Why is this happening to me? These are the first questions that people are going to ask themselves. Why is this happening to me? Why am I having this suffering? Why is this, what have I done wrong? Who did I offend? Why am I suffering? That is the question that will come out. So actually, who is suffering? Who is the one sabotaging? Is it bad luck? Do you think it's bad luck? Maybe it is bad luck. Is it my husband? Definitely it's my husband only. He is the one causing all the problems in my life. Definitely is the one. Or is it the politicians? Maybe it's the politician. They change all the rules, they change everything, and then they're causing all these horrible things in the world. And then, I can't get a proper job and all this. Or is it my fate? It is my fate that God has given me this punishment, and I'm suffering because of that. What is it? What is it? Or is it a curse? Is it a curse from someone that I offended in my life? Did I bully somebody? Did I do something bad? And that is why that curse has come back to me. Is it so? I asked myself all these questions. But in the end, do you know what was the answer? Do you know who was sabotaging my life? Can anyone guess?
Me, myself.
Oneself. The oneself.
Okay, everybody thinks it's themselves, right? It's very true. The one that is affecting my life is only me. Because you see, everything that we do in our life, everything, anybody can do any bad things to us, and anybody can cheat us, betray us, hurt us, and things can happen to us. But how we are going to take it and how we are going to move on from it, it depends on us. And it is our responsibility. And this is what I always say. We are always, whenever things happen to us, we are into victim mode. Why me? Why me? Why this? Why that? Why this person? Why? But we forget to ask ourselves, what can I do to change it? Instead of sitting and worrying and concerned about why it's happening, we should be thinking, finding solutions, how to get out of it. And that is where we get stuck in our life. And that's where I got stuck in my life. So, but once I went through a mindset transformation and I realized, and I got a coach to help me, to guide me, and realized that everything that was happening to me is my responsibility and my responsibility alone to get out. And that's when a whole new perspective came into my life. And I finally went for my surgery. As you can see, there are 6 screws in my back now, right now, and 1 metal cage. So literally I'm Iron Woman. You know, recently I got an Iron Woman award, but literally I'm also Iron Woman because there's some pieces of metal in my body right now, right? And so this is, from there, it became like that. You see, my spine is better. So this is what happened. This is my surgery photo. There's a long stitch is still there right now. Of course, the stitches have come off. But from then on, I realized that I'm not the only one stuck in this kind of situation. There are a lot of people, a lot of women especially, who are in this kind of situation. And I really, really wanted to see if I could help someone out of that. Right. And so it became my life mission to awaken the power in everyone, to inspire, to live every part of their life fulfilled. And that is to become limitless and unstoppable. Right. So this is my story. And that's where we come to this chapter on self-esteem, self-love, belief, mindset, and self-confidence. This is what we'll be covering in the next 4 sessions. And this is today's section is going to be a little bit about self-love and self-esteem. Right. So have anybody in their life been called stupid, worthless, ugly, unlovable, you're bad, you're not a good person, you're hopeless? Has anybody been told that in this room? Anybody? Or any of these, any words, bad words have been told by anybody? Could be your family members, could be your teachers, could be your schoolmates, from young until now, right? So just think about it.
Stupid, I have been told many a times. People say that I'm stupid.
Right. Many, many times people have been using these words and told us that. And I've used it as well. But then I didn't realize the impact of that words at that time. But now I realize what it is. Right. So a lot of times what happens is when we are being told something, we start accepting that. And we start accepting that belief that it is true. And as we accept this belief, what happens is that the universe will actually create the situation and reinforce this belief that you have. Am I making sense to you? That means, let's say I think I'm very clumsy. You know, oh, I dropped this, and then everybody starts saying, "Oh, Rehana, you're so clumsy. Why are you clumsy?" Then every time I will start dropping things more and more because I start believing in that, and I start thinking that it is me, and I start making it a reality. Okay, this is how the mind is going to work, and we will start creating situations where we end up, even though we don't want to be clumsy, but we end up being clumsy. And then you say, there you go again, there you're clumsy again. And then we start telling ourselves, it is true, it must be true, I am clumsy. You see, last week I dropped something, today I dropped something, that day I spilled some milk, today I dropped this. You know, you start reinforcing and it starts becoming part of you. And you go on through life thinking that this is you, but it's actually not you. It is a belief that you created yourself, and you can change this. So we are all born as a beautiful baby, you know, pure, lovable, cute, you know, and we are born with such vibrance. You know, do you ever see a baby saying, I'm so ugly? Has any baby looked at you and say, you know, I'm ugly? No? Has it feel embarrassed for pooping in your pants or urinating in you? No, right? Do they feel that, oh, I'm such a terrible child? No. Babies do what they love doing. They do naturally and they come out naturally. So babies are so pure. But as we grow through life, we get into all these things. We are born with many possibilities in our life. The possibilities are endless as a child. But as we grow up, what happens is that we start having this. We start feeling nobody loves me. When we are in school at 3 years old, and you did something wrong, and then teacher will punish you and say, you're not good, no good girl, naughty girl, you're naughty. And then nobody loves me. You think that. Then when you are in, maybe you are in primary school, and then you go through, and then you made a mistake in one test, or you give the wrong answer to the teacher, and teacher say, you are very stupid, you're a stupid girl, you don't know anything. And then everybody starts laughing. Then you start thinking, I'm not smart, everybody else is smart. Then when you are 10 years old, you do something, and then everybody else gets a prize for their project work, but you don't get anything. Teacher gives you last. Then you think, I'm not good enough. Everybody else is better than me. I'm so lousy. I'm not worthy. Then as you grow up, I'm not wanted. Maybe as you grow up, you liked a guy or a guy liked you, and then that person left you and then went away. And then you think, oh, nobody wants me. Nobody loves me. I am not important. When you gave an answer and then your mother gave your sister the answer, your sister the praise and gave you nothing. And you say, oh, nobody cares about me. I don't deserve to be happy. And we grow up in life and our circle of possibility becomes so small that we are left with only a very, very tiny part, the blue area of our life. There are so many possibilities, but we have shrunk our possibilities into so tiny space that we hardly even find any good in us after a while. Right? So as we grow up, this negativity shapes us and eventually we start believing in this. So let me ask you a question. What is self-esteem? Can anybody tell me?
Valuing oneself, like the worth the one carries.
Sorry again?
The worth the one carries.
The worth one carries. Yes, very good. Any other answer?
To believe in ourselves that we are worth.
Right. Believe in our worth and believe in ourselves. Very good. Anybody else has anything to add?
Ma'am, our own self-respect.
Own self-respect. Very good. Excellent. Thank you for that. Self-respect. Very good. Excellent.
एतमाद करना.
Believe in ourselves.
Believe in yourself, right? So, do you think, is any part of self-esteem having lots of money? You think? Part of self-esteem, does it mean that you need to have lots of money?
No, not at all.
Does it mean I need to wear very branded designer clothes and go out and look great? Does that mean
No.
that? Does
No,
that,
ma'am.
No, ma'am.
how about pampering yourself with the latest iPhone and the gadgets and having all these nice gifts and things?
No.
No, ma'am. That's
No.
not self-respect. That's just show off.
Sure.
Yeah.
So it means what you all have said, it is how do you see your worth as, and a feeling that you have a value in this world and accepting yourself. That is self-esteem. Okay. So let me tell you a story. Now, okay, let me something. Okay. Now, I have a $50 Singapore note here. Okay, this is original and authentic, yeah? Okay, who wants this note? Who would like to have a $50 Singapore note?
Everybody.
Everybody, okay, very good. Now, if I'm going to crush it, do you all still want this $50 note?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, if I'm going to tear it, okay, I'm not going to tear it because I like this note. But if I'm going to tear it and then, fix it back and paste it back, would you still want this $50?
No, ma'am.
No. If it is accepted in Singapore, then we will want.
Accepted.
India, they won't accept. Singapore, they may accept. India, they won't accept.
Okay,
Because it's not
right?
having value again.
So take this note, drop it on the floor, stepped on it, put it in mud. Then after I took it out, do you all still want this $50 note?
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Will you
ma'am.
accept this $50 note?
No, ma'am.
Who will accept?
Still we won't.
And who will accept?
I will accept.
Okay. Dr. Armina will accept. Alvira will accept. Who else will accept? Zeba, Dr. Zeba will accept. Okay. Neha will accept. Okay. So most of you will accept, right? Why will you accept?
Because it has value.
Because it has value. Exactly. So no matter what that $50 went through, how it was stepped on, how it was bullied, how it was, torn and paste bag, and how it was dirtied with the mud, and how it was, crushed, and how it was pinched and, pieced together, it still was worth the $50. That value of that $50 does not go away ever. It is still worth $50. You can still buy $50 of things with that money. So what am I trying to tell you? Anybody can understand what I'm trying to tell you?
Our real value
so-
is within us, not in the appearance, not in the outer world.
Correct. So in life, you will be crushed, you will be stepped on, you will be called all kinds of things, you will even go through the mud, maybe you will hit your face in the mud, you will fall down, people will laugh at you, people will call you things, and all throughout life. But your value is not in that. Your value is within you. And no matter what happens, that value does not change, because that's the value you are going to give yourself. If you think you have no value, then you have no value. If you think your value is worth something, then it will be worth no matter where you are. So this is a very, very important lesson that you are going to learn in life, that your value is determined by you, and your value is determined on where you place yourself. That is another story as well. So now look at all these people. They are very famous. What is so common about them? What is common about all these people? I don't know if you know all these people. I think some of you may be knowing.
Michael Jackson, the richest man.
Right.
They all are famous, popular, rich.
Princess Diana.
And rich person.
Right.
But she was in depression. Michael Jackson again had a famous personality.
Right. So they are all very famous. They are all very rich. Everybody wants them. Everybody wants to, be like them. I want to be Michael Jackson. I want to be famous. I want to be rich. I want to have lots of property. I want to, go out. Everybody is putting red carpet for me. These are all the things that come with being famous and a celebrity. But do you know, this is not the only common thing that all of them have. They also have something else common to all these people. Even though they are famous, even though everybody wants to be like them, do you know that all these people had depression? All these people had self-esteem issues. Believe it or not, they all had self-esteem. And they are famous people. They are rich. They are glorified, in magazines and all that. Why? Because they did not value themselves inside. They did not feel that they were of value, even though the world valued them. You see, no matter how much the world can value you, if you yourself cannot value yourself, then you will feel worthless at anything. That's why some of these celebrities, if you notice, some of these celebrities, like, I don't know if you know Kim Kardashian and all these very famous Western, people, they do sometimes very, very bad things, shameless things. Why? Because they want attention. Why do they want attention? Because they don't feel they are good enough. So they must do something to get attention. They must do something to, feel that people like them or people think about them. And they do destructive things because they have no worth for themselves. They feel low self-esteem all the time. So very, very important. You must have regard for yourself. And you must always want positive outcome. These people, they do destructive things, take drugs, do very nudity things. They do, like terrible things to themselves, excessive drug usage, alcohol and all that, because they want to hide the feeling that they are not worth anything, even though the world thinks highly of them. And these are very, very destructive emotions. And we need to get out of this. So they all feel this thing called I am not enough. I am not enough for the world. I'm not enough for myself. I'm not enough. And so this is something that you really need to get out of. So we all have a love tank in us, and we need to constantly top up this love tank. Okay. So this is like a tank in your car, if you're driving, or a tank in anybody's car, right? So we all have a love tank. When this tank is empty, we feel less love. When we feel full tank, we feel more happy with ourselves, with our life. You know, is it true? Do you think so? It works that way. When you have more love for yourself, you feel energized and you feel powered and you feel you can conquer the world and you can do anything you want. But when you are in low spirits, when you feel like nobody loves you, you feel very down. You feel very depressed. You have no energy, no motivation to do anything. And so we need to constantly top up our love tank in our life. And how do we top up our love tank? How do we top up our love tank? We must give ourselves love in the way that we want to receive. So all of us have different kind of love language, and some of us want love in physical form, like you buy me a thing or buy me a gift. How many of you in this room feel happy when somebody buys you a gift? You feel very, very happy. The person,
I feel very, very happy, whether it is a small gift or big gift.
right?
Even
Okay.
I feel
I
very
feel
happy.
too.
Okay. And how many of you like to hear good words and say, oh, Halima, you are such a wonderful, clever lady. You solve this problem. You are amazing. How many of you get so happy when somebody says something to you good? How
No,
many of
I really don't
I-
like those words. I only like if somebody says, thank you, you helped me.
Okay. All right. And how many of you feel happy when somebody does something for you?
Feel happy. So happy.
Does something like, let's say, maybe like, okay, you wanted someone to get you a cool drink, and then somebody came and gave you that drink without you asking, and you felt so happy about it, right?
I do.
Right. Okay, very good. So all of us have different ways of receiving or wanting love, and there are actually 7 love languages. That one I will cover in another topic. But these are the 5 things that people like. Some of them like acts of service. That means they like doing other people, they like doing good for other people. And that makes them so happy, and that makes them feel love. And when the person says, thank you, you've done so much great, they feel so happy by doing something for others. That is one of them. That's acts of service. Another one is physical touch. Means if someone comes and hugs you, or someone gives you a kiss, your child gives you a kiss, or someone says, they physically show some love to you. They like that. Some people like to spend quality time, just quiet quality time. Some people like receiving gifts, and some people like hearing good things about themselves. So we all have our different love language, and we need to show that love language to us. So now you need to close your eyes. Just close your eyes and imagine you're on a beach right now. Okay? And just for 1 minute, I want you to just experience that thing, and then we're going to discuss it after 1 minute. So everybody close your eyes. You're on a beach, and then you can think whatever you want to think. Okay? Time starts now.
We close. We should still close our eyes.
Yes, you can close your eyes. Okay, you can open your eyes slowly. come back to this room. Okay, now tell me, wait, let me stop share. Okay, tell me, what was the first thing you saw or you heard or you felt? What was it? Can somebody share? Okay, let's start with Elvira. Can't hear you, Elvira. You're unmuted, but we can't hear you still.
Check your audio, Alvira. Are you wearing earphone? Remove that. Then your audio is not connected properly. You exit and come back.
Okay, how about Rizwana?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I was thinking about about my health only, and I was thinking about you, you have a lot of problems, still you are so happy, so energetic. I was thinking this only.
Actually, I wanted you to be at the beach and think about what you first, was it the sound of the wave, or was it the waves you saw? Was it the water? What was it that you saw when you were at the beach? Okay, Dr. Zeba says, I saw the blue sea and myself. Very good. Okay. So Rizwana, what did you see?
I had breeze and sound of waves, lots of sand.
Ah, okay. So you felt.
Yes.
Okay. So for Sana, it is she felt. She felt. So her love language is to feel. So if someone can make her feel good, that will be the ideal love for her. So if somebody brings her to the movies maybe, or something, does something special for her and she can feel so happy, that is her love language. Okay. So for Dr. Zeba, she saw the sea and she saw herself there. So for Dr. Zeba, her love language is physically seeing or appreciating, being appreciated physically. Like, somebody appreciates you directly and somebody says, wow, feel so happy. That is her love language. And somebody gives you a hug or somebody gives you a kiss. Is that true, Dr. Zeba? Do you feel happy when somebody hugs you?
I think.
You think so?
Yeah,
Okay.
physical, visual. Yeah.
Right? When your children come and hug you, maybe.
Hi.
And
Yeah.
you feel
Yeah.
so happy, na?
If it is
Hello?
not there, I feel so blank, so empty. Yeah.
Okay. How about Shabana? What was the first thing you experienced at the beach?
Yeah, the first thing was it was a quiet and sound of waves. I felt so happy with a peaceful mahal, atmosphere so peaceful. I felt so happy because when we are city, we see a lot of noise and all, but there in the beach, everything was peaceful. Only we can listen the voice of waves, me and sea and nothing else. So I felt happy for that.
So can I say that your love language, you like to hear good things? If somebody says praises you or somebody says grateful things to you, does that make you very
I
happy?
feel so happy for that. I feel very happy when somebody praises me. I'll be on cloud nine.
Okay. So if you see what you experience at the beach, the first thing that you saw, for Sana, it was she felt the sand. For Dr. Zeba, it was a physical thing. For Shabana, she liked to hear the sea. First thing she think was she listened to the voice, listened to the sea, listened to the peace. So her love. So you see, you can figure out what is your love language just by putting yourself at the beach, and what is the first thing you experience, that is your true love language. Sometimes we get one or two combination of love language, but there's one always a prominent one that you will love to receive from others. So that is your love language. So if your husband wants to give you something, Shabana, you must tell him, you must tell me nice things. I love you. You are gorgeous. You are so wonderful. You are so clever. You handle the children so well. Shabana must hear all this. Then she'll be so happy. She will make nice biryani for her husband.
Yes, ma'am. True.
Right?
Great.
So Dr. Zeba will be physical. If a husband or a children come and hug her, then she'll be so happy. Then she will make double biryani with gulab jam. Right?
Rihanna, just see what Modinath has written in the comment box. I see a big whale trying to swallow a smaller fish.
Let me see. I can't see the chat. Hold on. I saw
Yes.
moonlight in the sea. Okay, Dr. Arara saw moonlight. So hers is sight. She needs to see the physical
Yes.
or see something. A gift, maybe somebody wants to give her. She has to physically see that gift. It will make her so happy. Is it true, Dr. Arara? If somebody gives you a gift?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I feel very happy.
Okay, where is Modinath? I can't find her.
I see a big whale trying to swallow smaller fishes.
Oh my God. Okay, so hers is she saw, right? So she needs to see the love shown to her. Okay, so for people who need physical showing of love, so they need to see. Is it true that people must show you the love, then you can feel happy? Is it true, Modinath? Sometimes?
Unmute yourself, Modinath, unmute. Yeah.
Yes, sometimes it is true. When you see people, sometimes they show you love, you feel love also.
Okay, Rehana, already we have crossed a time, so we have to wind up because they all have to speak for one minute. Everybody has to get the chance.
Okay, so I'm almost going to wrap up. So just give me 1 second and I need to share one more time my screen. Okay. And so this is how we find our love language. So I want you to do this game in your book, maybe later on. What you're going to do is going to call I Like Myself game. Okay, so you can do it today or tomorrow and you can put it in the group chat anytime when the doors are open for the group chat. You can say, how was this experience? What you can do is you play I Like Myself game. How do you play this game? You think of yourself as somebody else. So I'm Rehana, then I'm going to talk about Rehana as another person. So I say, Rehana is so amazing. She gives such nice speeches. Okay. Or Rehana is so motivated. Or Rehana is always happy. Or Rehana is such a charming girl. She's so helpful. You talk about yourself as if you're talking about another person. And I want you to list down how many good things you can say about this person. It has to be good, nothing bad, okay? So this exercise you're going to do, and you're going to, anytime I will give you until end of this week to write in the chat, or maybe at the end of the week, we can discuss it at our, maybe 5 minutes, you can give me Dr. Halima at the end of the week when you go for a master class and we can discuss about this activity. Is it possible?
Yes, it is possible.
Okay, just 5-7 minutes only, so everybody can share. So everybody understand this game? This game and exercise you can do in your notebook, and talk about yourself as another person. Okay, so that is
Excuse me, about whom we need to speak or write?
No, you have to speak about yourself, but as third person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Halima is a very bad girl. She conducts the programs and the ladies are leaving their families, children are sitting here in the Zoom.
No, I'm not at all.
How many seconds? How many minutes?
Yeah.
No, you have to write 10 sentences in third person.
Huh?
10 sentences. 10
Okay.
sentences.
10
Okay.
seconds. Okay.
Okay. All right. So the floor is open for everyone to say.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Rehana.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, we can go ahead and by sharing. If you want to do the sharing here in front of everyone, or you want to go with your groups in the breakout room. What do you want?
Today we are very less people.
Let's do it here.
We can hear everybody's experiences. That would be great.
Yes, okay. Then let's begin. First of all, somebody has to be timekeeper. Okay. So when I show my mobile like this, it means your time is over. Is it okay?
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
So 1 minute time for everyone. Who is Zia Abedin? Zia sir, are you from UAE? Zia sir?
Yes, please.
आप चुपके चुपके आके बैठ जाते हो, पता भी नहीं चलता, कुछ शेयर तो करो आप.
Not like that. Okay, I'll be just, I'm here in my office doing my work, as well as, listening to your beautiful words from your side.
Okay, thank you very much. So one session you are going to take, okay? That is the cost of your attending and listening, okay?
Right, right.
Yes,
Okay.
Sahab is a very learned man, and he is the one who has done PhD in civil engineering. Can you imagine? And he is a very great trainer as well. He also deals in the self-management and personal development. So, Zia Sahab, welcome to the program. And now let me invite, first of all, today Dr. Aisha is very silent. So let me give her the chance to speak first. Dr. Aisha?
Assalamu alaikum, ma'am. I'm just now I have taken sweet date and the sweetness of your words again doubled my joy. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Dear ladies, today's session was excellent and I'm really inspired. Already I was inspired by our mentor, very charming, affectionate ma'am, Dr. Halima Sadia ma'am. Now the very second personality in my heart, in my other chamber of the heart, has been occupied undoubtedly by Rehana ma'am. Ma'am, kudos, salute a lot. I'm sorry, but I cannot open the camera. Inshallah, from Monday, I'll be a full-fledged participant with full camera on. My fasting is going on actually, and I have learned a lot. And what the exercise you have given, ma'am, we have doing from the day one. Affirmations, we were writing like I. Now we will replace that I with the name. That's it. And it was very lovely. I enjoyed fully. And now I will try to keep my tank of love full always. That I never did.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Exactly on time. Okay,
Next, Mr. Dr. Anara.
It was a wonderful session that I am very happy, and I want to thank Dr. Halima for organizing such a course, and I want to thank Raihana, Dr. Raihana, for that. I think it will affect to my whole life, today's session. Thank you very much.
Beautiful. Yes, Rizwana.
Yes, good evening, everyone. And I just want to say thanks to, first of all, Halima ma'am, because she has given me a once again chance to join this program. And
This is not Thanksgiving session. That will be on 30th. This is your learnings. Tell us your learnings.
Today, really, I have learned, like, again, I rebuilt my confidence. I lost my confidence after seeing Rihanna ma'am's story, and now I got lot of confidence once again. Like, if Rihanna ma'am can do this, then why not me? I can also do anything, whatever I want. Thank you so much, Rihanna ma'am.
Very good. Zeba, Dr. Zeba.
Assalamualaikum. Today's session was really nice. I really enjoyed the session. And for me, I think today when I went to the beach and I focused to myself and I was saying, oh, poor Zeba, you love beach and you love the sea, but you don't have any time as the task given. So you're rushing and finding some times to take some picture. And when our mentor, today's mentor, Dr. Rihanna ma'am was telling about her story and focusing yourself, and then I'm thinking that actually maybe I'm near to diagnosis my problem. I'm not focusing, I'm doing so much, but not focusing to myself. And the unsolved problem inside me, I'm keeping it and it's growing. So for today's session actually was really good. I really want to personally interact with Rihanna, really. If you give the
Rihanna, please write your number in the chat box, or otherwise we have already in the group, so you can contact me, Mrs. Rihanna, personally. Okay, thank you very much, Zeba, for sharing. Now, Sana, over to you.
And thank you for the wonderful session. It was such an inspiring, informative, and interesting session. And really, we admit that we all are very strong emotionally and physically. The thing is, we have to understand that why we are getting down, why we are feeling low. So improving ourselves or listening to others' story makes us sometimes value our life too. And through that imagination session, I felt that what I really uh, want from others. Thank you so much for a lovely session, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sana. Shabana, over to you.
Good evening, all. Today's session was really inspiring and informative. I learned many things today. First, about self-esteem, that who you are, you should know about yourself. Don't think about others if they say stupid, hopeless, worthless, anything. Don't think on that one. Work on yourself. And there are many famous personality. We can see they had depressed life. They were in depression. The reason was they did not value their life. They were thinking about others, but not about themselves. The next thing is about value of love. Love tank is very, very important nowadays, as previously also. Since we are living far away from, but we should think about fill your love tank. That is very, very important. And think about yourself in which area you want to work. Spend some time, as of today we were spending time in nature. So we were thinking of ourselves, how to spend nature. We took out some time, that was our self-esteem, that we should spend some time in nature for our health. Health benefits are very, very important. So this area I could learn today again to think about myself, my values, my health, my family, my love. So thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Shabana. Now, Alvira, over to you. Alvira, you are not audible. I think still your audio is not fixed. Madinat, over to you.
Maybe Elvira can
Okay.
write in the chat.
Yes.
I learned that we should show love to one another. And you shouldn't wait for anybody to show you love before you show love to someone, to people around you. Then I also learned that we should learn how to take care of ourselves. We shouldn't wait till we break down before we take care of ourselves. Then we should also take time to admire nature because nature reduces stress. So those are the things that I've learned, and I believe in myself that I can do better than what I am yesterday. So what I was able to do yesterday, I can do better with much of appreciation from people around me. Thank you.
Very good. Khadija, over to you. Khadija, Sajda. Neha.
Yes, good evening, everyone. This is Neha. And as Rehanna ma'am said, that self-respect is more important. And we have to respect ourselves first. But I just want to discuss with Rehanna ma'am that I was also very depressed and I have self-respect, but how to like fight with our own family. So that's the most difficult thing in the life, that I don't care about anyone in this world except my own family. But if your family are not supportive, then your self-respect is of no use. Because if you value yourself and your own family don't value you, then you feel like useless.
So that we will cover in another
Yes.
session. And
Sure.
I have some ideas for that. So we can take it offline and chat on.
Sure, definitely. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Neha, for sharing your concern. Now, Fatima, over to you. Fatima Khan.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening. Ma'am, do we have to tell about the session learnings or the overall, like the challenge?
Overall, throughout the day learning, throughout the day, like today's learning, day 3 in Lead House.
Okay, ma'am. So starting with the session, it was really, I mean, way beyond fantabulous session. I really loved it. In fact, I'll say like I was totally glued to the session. Like the very moment I was, writing down the points and jotting down. So I really loved it. And the way, ma'am, you highlighted the core issues as well as fundamental, yet, we are locked up in virtual problems and how to tackle it. So I love, like, in spite of all the adversities you faced,
like then you came up and cope up. So it totally depends on the mind of the game, like perception, and how you play the confidence, and you believe, the believe in yourself, focusing on the strengths, and love the exercise. Really, that was a beautiful moment. I literally felt, um, when you were telling your story, I was feeling like I'm sitting in front of or meeting Helen Keller or Stephen Hawking. They're unfurling their life story. Yeah, and we are solely responsible for what we get, either good or bad. So nobody else has the back. And the challenge, I didn't click a big, but every day that's my daily routine, to admire the beauty, the sky, the plants. So I water the plants, and I admire the animals. So whenever when I'm down, I go to nursery, or I sit in the garden, and then I get refreshed up. So it's amazing.
Thank you, Fatma, for sharing. I hope now everybody has shared. Anyone
Ma'am.
left?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
Yes, ma'am. Khadija.
yes, Khadija.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. I would like to say that this is the most heart-touched session. It was. I'm really thankful to you and the ma'am who delivered such a practical things in this session. So it's very much interesting and informative one. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Khadija. Basically, when people think that leadership challenge or leadership course or leadership camp, they immediately correlate it with either the corporate leadership or maybe political leadership. But this course is personal leadership. Okay. This is
Yes, ma'am.
personal leadership and self-management. So first we have to lead ourselves, then only we can lead the world.
Yes, ma'am.
And in personal leadership, the self-management plays very important role. And self-management begins with self. And that was the introduction of self by Rehana today. And it was very beautifully done, Rehana. Thank you very much for sharing.
I think Elvira has put in the chat something. Would you
Yeah,
like to?
yes. I am very inspired. Thank you so much, Rehana ma'am. I am feeling honored to have you as my mentor, ma'am. Today's session was very deep. Everything I can feel and connect. Also, I'm going to play I like myself game. I will always keep my love tank filled, inshallah, excited to learn more from you, ma'am. So this I like myself game, you can play in the general, you can write, okay? And then when we are going to share here, you all can share that game with each other, okay? So thank you, Rehana, once again. Please give a big round of applause to Rehana, ma'am. And every Thursday, we have decided that every Thursday,